And we are live. Come on in, come on in, come on in, guys. It is Friday night and it is story time. Oh, yes, it's story time. Oh, yes, it's story time. Come on in, come on in, come on in. What's up, my shady bells? It's your favorite here, Dr. Tish. And welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yes, guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to wait a few minutes for some of you to pop in here, and then I'm going to go ahead and get started because I'm not going to be in here very long. So I'm going to get started really, really soon, whether it's a lot of you in here or not. I'm going to go ahead and get started. And if you don't catch this video while it's live, then you'll catch it on the replay. Excuse me. I'm practicing my singing for y'all because, when I come on here, I want to sometimes serenade y'all too. Oh gosh. So, mm, tonight I'm drinking some tequila. I can't remember what type of tequila it is, but I have it mixed with an energy drink and what is that? It's this island lemonade juice. It is so good mixed together. And I threw a little bit of, don't judge me when I tell you this, but I put a little bit of Moscato, pink Moscato in there also. Yeah. Don't judge me. Mm. Judge your damn self, as comedian Michael Allen would say. So tonight is the night that I do my story times. And I know that on my schedule for this channel, I have it set up to where scheduled for 9 p.m. But I'm having company in a little while, so I'm not going to have time to do a 9 p.m. live. And so I decided to come on a little bit earlier so that I can get this video out the way for today. I want to stick to my schedule that I had planned for this channel by just, doing what I tell you guys that I'm going to do. Although it's not 9 o'clock, but it still is Friday and it is a live video. Okay. So tonight's video is not actually a story time, but it's more so just like telling you guys a little bit more about me, about myself, um, and, things that I used to do. Tonight's video is going to be about things that I used to do as a woman in the dating realm. And what inspired me to want to talk about this is the whole Reginae and Armand relationship, situationship that's going on in these YouTube streets and all across other social media platforms as well, such as like Twitter and Instagram and places like that. But the only place that I see anything pertaining to them is on YouTube because that's the platform that I'm on the most. Well, this is the platform that I'm on the most. And the reason why it prompted me to want to talk about me and what my title says, which is, I believe my title says, I used to be a clingy, just like Reginae. I believe that's what my title says. And what prompted me to want to do this, well, not what prompted me, but the reason why that situation inspired me is because based on what is happening or what has happened between Reginae and Armand, um, from what we've been seeing on the show, the Toya and Reginae show, it was giving me like maybe she was a little bit too clingy for Armand. And I'm gonna get into that whole clingy thing in a second. Just give me a second. Everything's going to come full circle in a second. Now, I've often times heard Reginae say that she loved hard. When she loved hard. And when she said that, every time she said it, I could totally, totally relate because I'm the same way. When I love you, and I love hard. And for a lot of times, some men, not all men, some men can't deal with that. You know what I mean? And from what I heard Armand say on the last episode of Toya and Reginae, he gives me that he's one of those type of men that he can't deal with that. He's not used to that type of behavior, you know? Um, Now, what I want to say about the whole clingy thing is this: being clingy for the wrong man is a problem, obviously. But if you have the right man, then your clinginess or your loving this man hard wouldn't be a problem for him. So, in my opinion, I just think that with that situation, she he was not for her. That's my thoughts. I think that he was not for her. And yeah, there was a time where she wrote something on Twitter about being love bombed or something like that. And again, I could identify with that. I could identify with that. There were times that I felt like I was love bombed. And love bombing just basically means when a person showers you with all this love and attention and affection and gifts and different things like that. And then after the honeymoon stage is over, they pull back. And you're still hanging there in this, you're still hanging there in the air on this high in love. You're still, on this high. And you're still like, oh my God, goo goo gaga, ooh, ooh, ooh. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. So that's why I said that situation is what prompted me to want to do this video and talk about myself, because I've been there before. I've been the clingy girlfriend. I've been the one in the relationship that was loving on the man more than he was loving on me. I've been the one in a relationship where when the honeymoon stage was over for him, I was still in the honeymoon stage. So now I seem like, I'm just doing too much. I'm doing the most. But in all reality, if you are with the right guy, it won't be too much. It won't be the most. That's my opinion and from my experience. All the ladies in the chat that's watching right now, let me know in the comment section. Do you agree or do you disagree with that point? So for me now, I'm no longer a clingy person, a clingy woman, because I know that number one, most men like their space. They like a woman who keeps herself busy and doesn't make it all about him. It becomes unhealthy if you are the type of woman that centers your world around that man. And I used to be that. I used to be that. And again, Reginae gives me those type of vibes. She give me those vibes like she when she get in a relationship and when she fall in love with you, it is all about you. Not that you don't still, or she in this matter in this situation in this example, not that she doesn't still handle her business and still take care of the things that's necessary to sustain her life, but outside of that, once whatever it is that she has going on in her life is finished, is right back to the man. I know. I know, because guess what? Again, I've been that woman before. I've been that girl. when I was younger. I think that most of us as women can relate to that because we are emotional people. We are, that's just how we're made. That's just how we're wired, most of us. I'm not saying that all women are like that, like this, but most women are wired to be nurturers, lovers, um, and we make our man a top priority in our life. And that's not for every man. That is not for every man. Every man doesn't deserve to be a top priority in your life in the dating when you're dating. It took me a long time to get that. And I hope and I pray that it doesn't. Reginae is only 24 years old. I hope that it doesn't take her very long to realize that she has to grow in that area. Now, I'm not saying that, well, let me rephrase that. I hope it doesn't take her a long time to get to that point because I do believe that she realizes that she has to grow in that area. But realizing and actually putting it into play is two different things because I realized it a long time ago that I should pull back from being so emotionally involved or being so clingy and wanting to just, make it all about this man, this man, this man. I realized it many, 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 many years ago, but it took me a while. It took me a long time. I'm going to be like, they say that your 20s is your learning years, your 30s is your earning years, and I forgot what your 40s is. I can't remember what the saying is, but basically your 20s is your learning years, right? And by the time you're in your 30s, you should have it, right? But it's even still like, even when we get in our 30s, sometimes we still don't have it. I didn't get it until I was in my 40s. Like, seriously, I didn't get it until I was in my 40s. Like, real talk, I'm not even lying to y'all. Like, it took me that long. And like I said, I just pray that it doesn't take her that long to get it, to actually act on it and not just like realize it, like I said, and know that this is not a healthy thing for a woman to a healthy way for a woman to behave in a relationship, but actually act on it and, basically put it into action that you're going to be a different type of woman in a relationship. Because, like I said earlier, men typically don't like that. They like for their woman to be busy, they like for their woman to have something going on of her own, especially if they're young. You know what I mean? But then you have those men on the flip side, you have those men that are equally clingy. And that may be a situation that will work for that type of woman. But that's very rare and that's very hard to find. You know what I mean? I will say this. By all means, will I suggest that a person, a woman in particular, um, not be herself in a relationship. Always, always be yourself. Being true to yourself is going to take you very, very far because when you meet the person who is for you, whoever you are, and however you behave in a relationship, they will accept you for that, you know, they will accept you for the person that you are. So it's just not a healthy way to be in a relationship, specifically, especially with a man who can't even receive that type of love or can't receive that type of attention, that type of affection, that type of, you know, it's too much for some men. I think it's too much for most men, especially young men. You know what I mean? So on the show last night, it came out that when Armand went to LA to work on his music, he wasn't being responsive to Reginae as he was in the beginning of their relationship. You know, a lot of people speculate that maybe Armand was using her because of who her father is and things like that. And I mean, that could be the case. I don't know. But in my experience of watching him, I didn't get that from him. I got that he genuinely cared about her. I got that he genuinely had love for her. But the other piece to it is we don't really know what was going on behind the scenes, meaning, yeah, they dropped the videos practically every day. But just because they dropped videos practically every day, that doesn't mean that they were with each other every single day. They could have just been with each other when the videos was being made, when the content was being created. We don't know. Just like I come on here and I drop a video, you know, whether it's pre-recorded or whether it's live, and you can't base what I'm putting on a video or a live on my entire life, because at the end of the day, you all don't know my entire life. You only know what I put out there. After this camera goes off, a whole I could have a whole nother life. Or I could be doing things that are totally opposite from what I put on camera. You don't know, right? But that's not what this video is about. So, in conclusion of this video, because like I said, I'm not going to stay here long. I have company coming over, so I wanted to come on here and do a quick live with you guys for my Friday night video. But after doing a lot of self-reflection and uh, also going to therapy and just taking time out for me and things of that nature, I came to the conclusion that maybe my clinginess in past relationships came from something inside of me, like a little bit of some insecurities. You know what I'm saying? When you are clingy in a relationship, it almost give off like you're scared to lose that person. And when a man knows that he has you to that point, that's not good. A man don't want a woman who feel like she's gonna lose him. A man wants a woman who knows who she is, who's confident in herself, who knows that he is with her and no one else, who knows that his love is hers and no one else's. These are the things that men are attracted to. And so, as I was saying about me, I came to the conclusion that there was some insecurities in me that was making me be this clingy, attached person or woman in these relationships. Um, and once I realized that, I had to do a lot of work on myself. I did the work, and I feel like I'm in the best place mentally and emotionally than I've ever been. In addition to that, not just the insecurities that it's not just insecurities that are being felt when you behave that way in relationships, but it's also what am I trying to say? The lack of being emotionally mature. not only do we have to be mentally mature, but we also have to be emotionally mature. It comes off as a brat. Like if you don't get your way, then you're going to throw a temper tantrum. You know, if you can't get your man on the phone when you want him on the phone, then you spazzing out. That's a sign of being emotionally immature. And that is an area that in within me that I had to fix, and I had to grow up in that area. And it may or may not take Reginae a lot of time to be able to become emotionally mature. But like I said, I just hope and I pray that it doesn't take her as long as it took me. You know, coming to this space and this place, it takes a lot of work, especially when you've been doing what you've been doing the same way over and over again, expecting different results. You're not going to get different results if you keep doing the same thing the same way. That's called insanity. And guess what? I am no longer insane. Mm, believe that. I am fully sane now because you know why? I've done the work. So I'm no longer clingy. I'm no longer needy. I'm no longer any of those things. Hold on one second. What you say? What about them? Did I see some socks? Mm-mm. I didn't see any socks. So I didn't see any socks. Mm-mm. So, you know, no longer am I clingy, needy, insecure, any of those things. And because as a result, I know that the next relationship I get in, hmm, it will be all good. It would be all good. Yes. But that's going to be it for this live. Like I said, I just wanted to come on here and do a quick live. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Um, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, tap the notification bell so that you know when I'm uploading another video, comment, and share this video. These are the ways that you support my channel. Um, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, remember, hair is your glory. Peace.